Are you sure you want to wear that? You could maybe lose a little weight. You look tired. You should wear a little bit more makeup. Did you eat that whole meal? Wow, I could never do that when I was your age. You're looking a little skinny. You should work out some more. As a young woman or man in today's society, these are just a few common things that you might hear. I personally have experienced these situations, and as you can tell, they are quite uncomfortable. Young teenagers in the world today have so many challenges and stereotypes set against them, whether it be body image, social media, or even standards set in the home. People have a lot of negative influences and comments in their life. What is most shocking is that the majority of these comments come from those closest to the person. In this day and age, we need to be accepting of all body types, including those outside of a regular stereotype. When we boost others up for being who they truly are, we create a safe environment for ourselves and everyone. I want to show the true effect that social media has on body positivity, as well as how society standards play into our lives to influence those around us. We can find ways to defeat negative self-image and build ourselves up. In my life, I have constantly struggled with negative body image and self-deprecating thoughts. I was constantly trying to be someone who I saw on the TV screen or who I saw on social media. I was neglecting my health mentally and physically by exercising constantly, not eating, and maintaining awful lifestyles. It wasn't until my sophomore year in high school that I stopped trying to appease others and instead loved myself for who I was. The way I came about this was by repeating affirmations to myself and saying a quote that I still stand by to this day. The quote is from one of my favorite actresses, Sierra Boggess, who says, "You are enough. You are so enough. It's unbelievable how enough you are." When I started to accept myself and stop comparing myself to society standards, my happiness became increasingly high. There have obviously been times where I have forgotten my worth, but I always end up coming back to realize I am perfect just the way I am. I've seen how society and social media can affect one's life, and I know how damaging the impact can be. Which leads to the question, what are the negative effects that society plays upon body image, and do these problems affect men just as much as women? These questions came from a place of curiosity, as I have never experienced what it is like to be male in today's society and world. I know that for women, we have a lot of status quos that we are supposed to meet, and so I wanted to understand how negative body image affects men. According to BBC News, they state that during the first coronavirus lockdown in 2020, Comm says it saw a 40% increase in calls to its helpline and visits to its website by 16 to 24-year-olds double. CEO Simon Gunning admits Instagram has been a part of the problem for young people's body image. Unquestionably, Instagram has caused the pressure for adolescent boys to be big and muscly. It is unhealthy and unattainable, he says. Close quote. It's a sad thought that people won't pay attention to a problem unless it's infecting men. Body image is sexist because it denies men to feel down or discouraged, and it is not an important issue when it comes to women. GlobalGirlsGlow.org says, due to those expectations, body shaming has been normalized. If they don't fit beauty standards of today, not only are they self-conscious, but they are also ashamed by their peers, family, and friends. Inevitably, they develop anxiety, stress, and even depression. A once happy young girl turns into a sad teenager who feels that they have no worth because they are not accepted for who they are. Close quote. When we bring awareness to this topic, it influences companies and social media to provide better content in a more positive direction. Digging into this, I wanted to know the statistics that surround negative body image among our community. The two statistics that I was genuinely curious about were suicide rates among men due to body image in the US and the percentage of women with eating disorders within the last 10 years. I knew even before I found out that the articles that it would increase tenfold with the rise of social media. Looking at the National Library of Medicine, the statistics for men show that in 2020, men died by suicide 3 times, 88 times more than women. Close quote. With social media, we are able to access more people across the world, and because of that, it is easier to compare ourselves to others. Rudier's Health says, overall, 75% of girls and 70% of boys had at least one social media account, and 52% of girls reported at least one disordered eating behavior, along with 45% of the boys, according to the report in the International Journal of Eating Disorders. Close quote. Together, these questions prove that society standards affected by social media are in fact harmful to both genders. With this information in mind, we can remind ourselves to accept everyone and everybody for what they are. Mental illness is a serious topic that shouldn't be taken lightly. Denying the conversation about body positivity enables the toxicity to continue. In conclusion, the standards which have been placed in society by social media are old and unfair. We as a community need to shut down any negative thoughts towards the body in order to create a welcome environment, and establishing a safe haven will hopefully lower the eating disorders and suicides that take place from the negativity. Thank you.